So let's keep it moving. Now we're going to deal with Elijah. Yeah. And see if Elijah went to heaven. Yeah, because people want to use that. Oh yeah, Elijah went to heaven, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Not knowing what they're talking about. Yeah. And this is very, very funny. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't study. You don't read for yourself. Or you just jump into conclusion too quickly. Yeah? But anyway. So we'll go read 2 Kings chapter 2. 2 Kings chapter 2. Yeah. And we want... I'm telling you, Elijah did not go to heaven. Or did not go to the dwelling place of the Father, if you want. Yeah, so Elijah chapter 2. Yeah. And we want... So Elijah, sorry. 2 Kings. Yeah, sorry. 2 Kings chapter 2. Yeah. And we want verse 11. Yeah. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire. So, first of all, I just wonder if people knows how to read English. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire, and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. So, remember that, if you want to go back, Elijah, the prophet, and Elisha. Yeah, that's them two talking. So, the chariot of fire parted them both. Yeah, and check this out. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. So, funny thing, people say, oh yeah, Elijah went up to heavens in a chariot of fire, which is not even true. You just read that the chariot of fire parted them both. But he went up with a whirlwind or tornado into heaven. Basically. Now, my question to you is, did he go to the dwelling place of the Father? Yeah? Because we just read in John chapter 3 verse 13 that no man went heaven. Yeah? Did he go? I don't think so. Let's read verse 16. Let's read verse 16. Check this out. What the people that were there, yeah, say. And what they conclude. And they say unto him, so they say unto Elisha now, yeah, behold now, there be with thy servants 50 strong men, let them go, we pray thee, and seek thy master, lest peradventure the Spirit of Yahuwah hath taken him up, and cast him upon some mountain, or into some valley. And he said, ye shall not sin. So they conclude, yeah, that the Spirit of the Most High took Elijah away somewhere else. They have not concluded that he went to heaven and that no one can get him anymore. But they were there. And Elisha was there. So when you see that he says he went into heaven, what heaven are they talking about? First of all, there's more than one heavens. And we're just going to read that just for schooling, yeah? So, let's understand the doctrine about heavens, first of all, yeah? So, let's read Genesis chapter 2, verse 1. We're going to go to the beginning, the very beginning. So, Genesis chapter 2, yeah? And we want verse 1. Check this out. Check this out. Thus the heavens and the earth was finished. So it's not no planet Jupiter and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just to make it clear. Yeah. But anyway. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished. and all the host of them. So, you read the word heavens with an S for the plural. Yeah? So, when you read that that Elijah went in heaven, he did not went to the heavens, or he did not go to the dwelling place of the Father. Yeah? Why? Because there's more than one. You don't even know where he went. But they conclude that he got taken somewhere else to another location, which is very much true. Yeah? But you conclude that he went in heaven. What a shame for all of us, because I believe the same thing. I believed the same thing exactly. Yeah? Another precept on this one. Deuteronomy chapter 10. Yeah? Deuteronomy chapter 10. Deuteronomy chapter 10. You know, the precept for the heavens. For the heavens. Yeah? You gotta understand there's not only one heaven. So whoever's watching this video, yeah, you're gonna learn something today. Yeah, like I did learn. Anyway, so Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 14. Check this out. Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens is Yahuwah's thy Elohim. So it belongs to Yahuwah. The earth also with all therein is. So once again, the heaven and the heaven of heavens. There's many things in the Bible that we call it heaven. Just to make you understand that just the sky is heaven. Just the little sky that you see is heaven. According to scriptures. Let's get it for you to understand. Yeah? Let's read. Let's read. Yeah, let's read. What are we gonna read? First Chronicles chapter 27. The First Chronicles chapter 27. Yeah, let's read First Chronicles chapter 27. Yeah. First Chronicles chapter 27. And we want verse 23. Yeah. Check this out. First Chronicles chapter 27, verse 23. But David took not the number of them from 20 years old and under, because Yahuwah has said it will increase Israel like the stars of the heavens. So when you look up and you see the stars, is that the heavens, that the dwelling place of the Father you see? Straight there, right there? Yeah? So you're supposed to look the stars and see the Father then. No! There's heavens. And really and truly, sometimes they just speak of the sky. That's why it says like the stars of heavens. Once again, there is more than one heaven. And sometimes when they speak of heaven, they speak of just the sky right here that we see every day on a day-to-day basis. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I don't understand how we cannot study these things. Yeah, we're supposed to study to show ourselves approved. You know what I'm saying? And I see that no one is trying to really study. Yeah, no one is trying to really study. Yeah, everybody is doing whatever he wants to do. Yeah, believing in any doctrines of people. Things that makes no sense. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So let's go to Genesis. Yeah. Chapter 1, and we want verse 20. And it's 3. Yeah. And Elohim said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. So, basically, when you see the birds flying in the sky, this is heaven. Yeah? So, heaven has many meaning. Yeah? And to make sure that we're not tripping, we're going to see in the Hebrew, because this is the original language of the Bible. Yeah? So let's get the concordance in the Hebrew. What they say about heaven? What is heaven in the Hebrew? Yeah? According to them. Yeah, so this is a Strong's concordance. Yeah. The new one if you want. And then if you do have that book, we could go to page when we get to the Hebrew concordance. Yeah. The Hebrew. Let's go to page 284. Yeah. And let's read. So that's Strong's. Yeah. That's the Strong's 8064. So H8064. And we read Shamayim. Yeah. Shemay. Yeah. From an unused root means to be lofty. So it should be lofty. The sky, aloft, the dual perp, yeah, alluding to the visible arc in which the cloud move, as well as the higher hither where the celestial body revolves. Heavens, hair, astrologer. Yeah, when you go up, they give you an introduction. Sometimes it signifies the atmosphere immediately surrounding the earth, the sky, in which the fowls of the air fly. Sometimes it is used of the space in which the clouds are floating. In other places, it refers to the vast expanse through which the stars are moving in their course. So, this is not always talking about the dwelling place of the Father. So when you read that people have been taken to heaven, sometimes he's talking about the sky. This is what we read. Yeah? About Elijah. He just had been taken to the sky, to another location. That's why they conclude that he wasn't on another mountain or a valley. Because they understood. They knew. You see what I'm saying? So when people are here talking about, yeah, Elijah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah? And to make sure that we're not tripping, yeah, let's go to Second Chronicles. Yeah. So we read First Kings. Now we're going to Second Chronicles, which is years after he got taken to the sky. Yeah. So years after Elijah got taken to the sky, look what's happening. So Second Chronicles. Yeah. And we're on chapter 21. Verse 12. Check this out. And they came a writing to him from Elijah the prophet. Hang on. Why are they not telling us that some sort of celestial letter came from heaven and all that? But we're told that a writing came from Elijah. If it wasn't heaven, why would you send a letter from heaven? It can just appear or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah? But you're reading that he received a letter from Elijah the prophet saying, thus saith Yahuwah Elohim of David thy father, because thou hast not walked in the ways of Jehoshaphat thy father, nor in the ways of Asa king of Judah. Yeah? So Joab, which was the king at the time, he received a letter from Elijah. Yeah? Do y'all follow it? And the time when Elijah was taken is when Jehoshaphat and his father was there. So, once again, he just had been taken to another location. Remember we read, in part 1, we read, in Hebrews chapter 11. Matter of fact, let's go there. Remember, they conclude that he was taken to a mountain, right? Let's go to Hebrews chapter 11. Hebrews chapter 11. Remember, this is talking about faith. And then you see Abel, Enoch, and all the great people, at the end, towards the end, he says, of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in desert, and in mountains. You see, they said that he got taken to a mountain. They conclude that. Why? Because they knew. And in dens and caves of the earth. So that's what I'm talking about. Elijah was not worthy of the world. The world was not worthy of Elijah. That's why the Most High took him. So he can have a peaceful death somewhere else. Funny. We need to stop. We need to stop with these false doctrines. These nonsense doctrines of unstudied people. Jumping to conclusion. No, it's not what we got to do. We always have to search. Study. The Yasharal said, "Prove unto Yahuwah." Study the law so that we would understand the New Testament. And the future prophecies and everything. Anyway, so we're gonna deal with Abraham's bosom. Wow. Because this one, it is very obvious, but because people are knuckleheads, I'm gonna do this one. Okay, so Luke chapter 14. We're just gonna see what's happening because it's all connected. And it came to pass as he went into the house of one of the chief Pharisees to eat bread on the Shabbat day, that they watched him. So what's happening is that he went to one of the Pharisees' house, Mashiach, Yahusha, we want to call Christ, and then he went to eat bread on Shabbat, and that's when everything starts with the parables and everything. That's when it starts, basically, like when you go, chapter 4, when you go now, chapter 15, and you read verse 1 through 3, let's read. Then drew near unto him all the publicans and sinners for to hear him. And the Pharisees and the scribe murmured, saying, these men receive sinners and eateth with them. And he spake the parables unto them, saying, and he spake the parables unto them. So basically, Hamashiach was just talking parables, at that time. So from there, all the way, that's all parables, He's talking parables. Remember, a parable is not a real story. It's not fact, He's trying to get a point across, So when you're gonna read this Abraham's bosom thing, please understand that is a parable, So look, still in Luke, chapter 16, 1 verse 14. Check this out. And the Pharisees also, who were covetous, heard all these things, and they derided him. So the Pharisees, who was lovers of money, that's covetous. That's when you love money. That's when you envy. He was mocking the Pharisees. All the parables was to mock the Pharisees. I'm just pointing out these things. for you to understand, because it's going to be too long for me to read the whole thing. Yeah, I'm just trying to do a quick lesson. Yeah, so I'm just reading. You can go read on your own if you want. So that's Luke chapter 4. Yeah, to Luke chapter 14, 15, and 16. This is all parables. Yeah. And it was basically at a it was at somebody's house at first, and then they started a discussion and everything. This is what's happening. Yeah? And he's trying to get a point across to the Pharisees, because he's talking to the people that's there, the great multitude, but basically he's talking to the Pharisees at the same time. Yeah? And that's what y'all gotta understand. Yeah? Now we keep in Luke chapter 16, and now we're going to read, verse 19 through 23. So let's read. There was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus. This Lazarus right here, this is not the Lazarus that you think it is. First of all, he's not talking about the Lazarus that he resurrected. But anyway, which was laid at his gate, full of thirst, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. Remember, the Pharisees are covetous. Yeah? This is why he's talking about that parable. This is a story. This is not a real story. This is a parable, people. I really want y'all to understand, because when you're going to keep reading understanding, you're going to see it makes no sense what he's talking about, but it makes sense to people that listen. Anyway, it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. So, matter of fact, you've never heard the scriptures of Abraham's bosom. You can read the whole Bible. That's no way. Heavens and all that is never be represented of Abraham's bosom. This is nowhere in scriptures. So you can never get a precept upon it. If you cannot get a precept of something, that means that it's not scriptural. Yeah? I'm telling you that Mashiach was making fun of the Pharisees. This is what's happening now. He had humor too, you know. Anyway, the rich man also died and was buried. Yeah? And in hell, he lifted up his eyes, being in torment, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. Yeah? Do you ever read, like in Revelation, that we're going to see people in hell and all that? Huh? Do you read? Have you ever read that? Could you watch somebody in hell? Could you? Even though you hate somebody, hell is not the torment that we think. So this is nothing that we imagine. This is way different. So could you actually watch somebody in hell, burning fires and all that? Yeah? But I'm talking about eternal fire. Man, you don't get it what he's trying to explain right here. But anyway, he carried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip tip of my finger in water and cool my tongue. So we just read before in part 1 in Ecclesiastics that the dead know not anything. Their love, their hatred has perished. We read that. Yeah? So stop tripping. This is a fiction story. Yeah? He's making fun. This is what's happening. But anyway, cool my tongue, for I am determined in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy life time received thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. Yeah? So basically, Mashiach is making a point It is not a real life story. This has never happened. Yeah. Let's jump down. Let's jump down. Now, when you jump down, we're going to jump down to verse 29 through 31. Abraham saith unto him, so Abraham said to to the rich man, they have Moses and the prophets, let them hear them. And he said, Nay, Father Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead, they will repent. So that's what it explained. Yeah, this is not the Lazarus that you think, and this is not Lazarus talking anyway. And he said to him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. So still talking about the resurrection. So Mashiach basically is making a point that people won't even believe the resurrection anyway. His resurrection. Yeah? Do you understand? And him on that, what he's trying to explain, he's trying to explain to you that that the people won't believe unless they see someone coming back from the dead. Because they did not believe Moses. But he's making fun of the Pharisees. This is not a real story. You're not going to watch people burning in hell and you be in heaven. This is not true at all. Yeah? Let's go to Matthew chapter 13, verse 34 through 35. I'm reading that for you to understand. This is a fiction story. How Mashiach is making fun of the Pharisees. He's trying to get them upset. So Matthew chapter 13, this was a parable. All that was fictional stories. Mashiach was also comic because he's making fun of these unrighteous people. Yeah, these Pharisees, these hypocrites. He was making fun of them. Basically trying to make them understand that it's not because you got money that you're going to obtain the kingdom. He said, woe unto you riches, he said, the kingdom is, not many rich people will be in the kingdom. This is what he said before. That's why he's coming back to this. This was parables. Wow. I keep repeating because some people with the knuckleheads. No, Abraham's bosom. You never read nowhere in scriptures that heaven is Abraham's bosom. Nowhere. Don't try it. Yeah? So, Matthew 13, verse 34 to 35. Yeah? And I hope you're going to understand. Yeah? So all these things spake Yahusha unto the multitude in parables. And without a parable spake he not unto them. So he was only speaking in parables most of the time. Yeah? 35. That it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. Yeah? So, the parables is for people that could hear them. It's not for anybody. Yeah? This is why he spoke in parables. Yeah? He that have hear, let him hear. That's why he did all that and spoke of Abraham's bosom. It was a parable. This is not real life. This is fiction. Wow. This was fiction. Yeah? Fiction. So now that I finished with Abraham's bosom, yeah? Because from when we all we read from now, you're supposed to understand that you're not going to heaven when you die. So if you want to keep being this knucklehead with your Abraham's bosom, that's you, but it was a fiction. You're not going to watch people in hell. What is that? You're not going to watch people. Matter of fact, let me get it from the Apocrypha. Yeah? In fact, let me get it from the Apocrypha. I think it was in Second Esdras. Yeah. 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 So this also second Ezra chapter 9. Maybe 1 verse 13. Yeah. Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 13. We are in the Apocrypha. Just to make you understand, you're not going to watch people in hell. Because look what it says. And therefore, be not curious of how the ungodly shall be punished. So why is Mashiach going to tell you that, oh, you're going to watch people in burning hell? And when, be punished and when? But inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is and for whom the world is created. So this is saying that now, so that for sure you're not going to watch people burning in hell, for sure. Yeah. Matter of fact, most of us could not. So not even most of us, no one, unless you're a devil. Come on, come on. So yeah. Now let's deal with the thief on the cross. So allow me. Before we go and deal with the thief on the cross, I just wanted to shut down this Abraham's bosom nonsense. Yeah, which is only a parable. Yeah, and I will make you understand why quickly. Yeah, because I know everything I said is not enough. There's still some knuckleheads. Yeah. Now, Hebrew concordance, Hebrew and Greek Strong's concordance, and then let's read. Yeah. Keep the number in mind, 499, right? Elazar, yeah? That's Hebrew, right? Elohim is a helper, yeah? The name Elazar, the name of seven Israelite. Elazar, yeah, 72 times, you see? Okay, cool. Now, let's go to the Greek. Right? Prove all things. Yeah? So now when you go to the Greek, you're going to understand what I'm trying to explain. Yeah. Here we go. 2976, right? We read Lazarus, right? Hebrew 499. Lazarus, Elazar. So that Lazarus that he was talking about, yeah, it's not the Lazarus you think. It's another one, first of all. And I told you that it's a parable, for one. And look, Lazarus, the poor man, yeah, the name of two Israelites, yeah, you see, it's not your Lazarus that Mashiach raised from the dead, first of all, yeah, and let's make sure that we're not tripping, because this Lazarus or Elazar, yeah, as you see, 499, I showed you, Elazar is and he was a servant of Abraham. So let's read. You go to Genesis chapter 15 and we want verse 2. Yeah? And Abraham said, Yahuwah Elohim, what will thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Elazar of Damascus. So you understand now, because he had no child, yeah, and he was like, oh, all the inheritance I'm going to have, I'm going to give it to Elazar, because I have no child, which is the steward, the servant. So when Mashiach was talking about Lazarus in Abraham's bosom, he was talking about this Elazar, basically. a soldier for the knuckleheads, Eliezer, Lazarus, Hebrew 499, Lazarus, or Eliezer, the same Eliezer here, yeah, and if it's not enough, let's go back to the Hebrew, yeah, it's not enough, let's go back to the Hebrew. 499 again. Eliezer. Yeah. This was the servant of Abraham that we see right here. Lazarus, basically. Lazarus, Eliezer. So when Hamashiach was talking about the parable, which is a parable, yeah, of Abraham's bosom, it makes sense now. But it was fiction. It was not a real story. He was trying to make a point because, once again, he was mocking the Pharisees. Remember the Pharisees, they always boast about being children of Abraham. He was trying to make them understand that, yeah, it's not because you got money that you're going to get into the kingdom. So, just to shut it down quickly, yeah, on the Abraham's bosom, yeah, now we can go towards the thief on the cross, right? So now we're ready to go for these thief on the cross. Yeah, all right. So let's read. So we're on Luke chapter 23, and we're going to read. Matter of fact, we're going to read from what? From verse 39. From verse 40 through verse 43. Yeah. Here we go. But the other answered, rebuked him, saying, Dost not thou fear Elohim? See, thou art in the same condemnation. And we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward for our deeds. But these men have done nothing amiss. Yeah, so basically there's two thieves, yeah, on the tree, not on the cross, but anyway. Yeah. They were about to get hanged, yeah. And this is what's happening. Yeah, so one is like, yeah, save us because you're the Son of God, whatever. And then it's like, oh, calm down, it's not that. We receive what we did, you know what I'm saying? We receive our judgment. So he didn't do anything. So what's happening now. Yeah. And he said unto Yahusha, yeah, Adonai, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. And Yahusha said unto him, check this out. Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. All right, so finish. Yeah, we go in paradise. No. This is not that easy. Yeah? Check this out.
What about the thief on the cross? Then he said to Jesus, Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus said to him, Assuredly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. Many people believe that this verse proves that the thief went to heaven with Yeshua that day. We need to realize three very important things when we look at this verse. There are no commas in the original Greek text. They are all added by translators. Punctuation can make a huge difference in how we understand a text. If the comma is placed in a different location, it might say something like this. Assuredly I say to you today, you will be with me in paradise. Do you see the difference? By moving the comma, it becomes today, I tell you, instead of today you will be. Also notice that it says paradise, not heaven. These are two very different Greek words. Paradise refers to the garden, while heaven refers to the sky, the universe, or the throne of God. However, if we look at the context of this verse, it becomes clear what paradise actually is. The thief said, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Yeshua assures him, "You will be with me in paradise." It's the kingdom that he is calling paradise.
So I hope you understand when he says, "Verily I say unto you, today thou shalt be in paradise." Yeah, because remember he said what? Yeah, and he said unto Yahusha, "Yahweh, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom." Yeah, and Yahusha said unto him. Alright, so I hope you understand now that does not mean today. But I tell you that today, yeah, from now on, when I will go to my kingdom, yeah, you'll be with me. But you're going to see, it makes no sense even if you don't think about a comma and all that, it makes no sense. You know what? Because let's read John chapter 20, verse 17. Yeah, John chapter 20, yeah, and 1 verse 17. Look why it makes no sense. That would have meant that Yahusha is a big liar. A big liar. Yeah? Verse 20 and 1 verse 17. Check this out. Let's just start with verse 1. Just to understand. Yeah, verse 1. Yeah? Chapter 20, yeah? Verse 1. The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early, when it was yet dark. Interesting. Yeah? People talking about the day stars at night. Well, anyway, unto the sepulchre, and see if the stone taken away from the sepulchre. All right, cool. Now let's go down and we go into verse 17 and check what's going on now. So it's still on that at that time, yeah. Check what's going on now. Verse 17. Yahushua said unto her, "Touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father, but go to my brethren and say unto them, I ascended unto my Father and your Father, and unto my Elohim and your Elohim." So that's like 3 days, yeah, and 3 nights after that, right? After what we read in Luke, yeah, that's what's happening now. That's like 3 days and 3 nights after. So he really and truly, he said, "Today you'll be in paradise with me, or in heaven with me." Today, when he got hanged on a tree, yeah, that would have meant that Yahushua is a big liar because he's not yet ascended to his Father, which is in heaven. Right? This is why we need to study and not follow the doctrines of men. Yeah? And do our own research and investigation. Yeah? Once again, you do not go heaven nor hell when you die. You sleep in the grave. Yeah? But we're going to get more understanding about this grave thing. Yeah? We're going to get more understanding about this grave thing. Yeah? Okay. So, let's go back to the Strongs. Yeah? Let's go back to the Strongs. Yeah? It's a huge book, people. Yeah? That's a huge book. Anyway. Let's go back and let's see what they call hell. Yeah, because if you don't understand, you're gonna get lost. Yeah, because if you read scripture, some people said that they actually go into hell when they die. People like David and all that, they say they go to hell when they die, but it's not the hell that we think. And really and truly, this is just the mistranslation. Yeah. But anyway, so let's go to the Hebrew, right? The Hebrew, yeah. Let's go to the Hebrew, Hebrew again, and we want to go look for the word for the word hell. Yeah, what was hell according to the Hebrew? Because remember, we know they were Hebrews. They were not Greek, no Spanish or whatever. They were black people, Hebrews. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to find that thing. Here we go. So, Hebrew word for hell. Yeah, they call it, so it's 7585. Yeah, so Sheol. That's how they call it. Yeah, the Hades or the world of the dead. Yeah, as if subterranean retreat. Yeah, the grave 31 times. Hell 31 times. Pit 3 times. And these are different things. It's not the same thing. Yeah? This is mistranslation what we got in our Bibles. Yeah? Check this out. Sheol is the place of the dead. It is referred to the netherworld or the underground cavern, to which all buried dead go. Remember, you sleep, yeah? You go to Sheol, yeah? What is called hell by mistake. It was not understood to be a place of punishment, but simply the ultimate resting place of all mankind. Got it? So do not fall for this nonsense. Hell, as they trying to make you understand hell, is pagan belief. Now, yes, there is a hell, the lake of fire, but as I said, it is at the end when Mashiach, the one they call Christ, when he comes back and his judgment day, that's when you go in hell or heaven. Even the dead comes back from the dead for that reason. You see what I'm saying? Yeah? And these are things we need to understand in order for us to not believe and think like pagans. Because we are not. We are set apart people with Kadeshan. You see what I'm saying? Yeah? We are not to think like these Gentiles. Yeah? And even for you, if you're a Gentile, you're watching this, don't think like the other Gentiles that do not believe in the word of the Most High. Yeah? Alright. So, now you get it. Yeah? So, the grave, hell, the pit. Yeah? Alright. Cool. We know what hell is. It's very important to know that. Yeah, it's very, 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 very important to know these things. Yeah, it's not no games. Yeah. Now, let's read Genesis. Yeah, Genesis 37. Yeah. And you're gonna understand. So Genesis chapter 37. Yeah. Verse 34 through 35. Right? (34 through 35). Let's check this out. And Jacob and Jacob rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his loins and mourned for his son many days. Yeah, when Joseph was dead. And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, "For I will go down into the grave unto my son mourning, does his father weep for him? So once again, the grave, what they call hell, Sheol. Yeah? In certain Bibles, you will see hell instead of grave. Yeah? That's why. Everybody go there. Remember, it's all mankind. I read the thing. It's all mankind. Good or bad. All mankind go Sheol. The grave. There's no such thing as going to hell or heaven when you die. That's only on Judgment Day. Yeah, everybody deserves a fair trial. It's true. Everybody. That's how you're going to be judged. Yeah. All right. So now, yeah, I want Psalms. Yeah, Psalms. 89. So Psalms 89. Yeah. Verse 48. So Psalms 89. Verse 48. Check this out. What man is he that liveth and shall not see death? So remember, I told you, Enoch, Elijah, they all died. Yeah, they were men. He's telling you. You see? Shall he deliver his soul from the hands of the grave? Salah. Yeah? So remember, yeah, the grave, hell, they call it sometimes pit, but it's Sheol, the place where all mankind go when they die. It's not a place of punishment. You see what I'm saying? Yeah? In certain Bibles, again, you will see hell instead of this, the grave. Yeah? Should I go back to the Hebrew again to make y'all understand? Maybe I should go back to the Hebrews. Sheol, place of the dead, was referred to the nether world or the underground cavern, which all buried dead go. It was not understood to be a place of punishment, but simply an ultimate resting place for all mankind. Once again, this is why. Yeah, sometimes they say that Sheol is grave 31 times in the scriptures, and then hell 31 times, pit 3 times, because pit basically, that's for the angels or demons. Remember when Mashiach goes on the island and he sees this guy that's got many demons, and the demons, they beg Mashiach to not send them to the pit. Yeah? Because the pit is a prison for spirits. It's not a prison for mankind. It's for spirit like angels and stuff. Or demons. It's not the same. Alright. Now, let's read and go through the Apocrypha. Yeah? I hope y'all understand what's going on. I hope y'all understand now. Yeah? Forgive me if I'm too fast or if I'm not explaining it right. You feel free to, I always say, feel free to rewind and all that. Yeah, please. But I really want y'all to understand you're not going to heaven. When you speak to people, tell them, hey, wake up. When you're going to die, you're going to sleep. Yeah. You're going to Sheol, to the grave. Like Tupac said, from the cradle to the grave, life ain't never been easy, living in the ghetto. Yeah, from the cradle to the grave. Yeah. It was nothing to do with going to heaven. I think even Tupac understood that. Yeah, so Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, chapter 16. And we want verse 13. Yeah, check this out. For thou hast power of life and death. Thou leadest to the gates of hell and bring it up again. So it speaks of the Most High. Thou leadest to the grave, to the Sheol, not the hell that you think, oh my gosh, you go into hell. No. He's talking about the Sheol, the grave. Remember, we just read before that it was not a place of punishment, but the ultimate resting place for all mankind. This is what we're talking about. This is why he's telling you that the Most High have all power, to lead, power of life and death, and thou leadest to the gates of hell and bringeth up again. So understand that, you need to understand that clearly. This was nothing to do with going hell or heaven when you die. This is not in our Bibles. So we need to question everything, and we need to know things, and where things comes from. So the etymology dictionary, online etymology dictionary, and let's see where hell comes from, because we need to know where that word comes from in the first place. Also hell, Old English, hell, another world, abode of dead, infernal region, place of turmoil for the wicked, after death, from Proto-Germanic, hell, Joel, the underworld. Let me go down a little bit and check this out. The English word may be in a part from Old Norse mythologic hell, from Proto-Germanic Halhija, one who covers up or hides something. In Norse mythology, the name of Loki's daughter, who ruled over the evil dead in Nephilim, the lowest of all words, Nifs, mist, a pagan concept on a word fitting to a Christian idomen. In Middle English also have the limbus patrum, place where the patriarch, prophets, etc. await the atonement. Used in KJV. It says used in KJV for Old Testament, Hebrew shield, or New Testament Greek Hades Genea. Used figuratively for state of misery, any bad experience, at least since late 40s C. As an experience for the disgust, etc. First recorded 1970s. So the thing I wanted to remember is that right here, mythology, the name of Loki's daughter who ruled the evil dead in Nephilim. So it's the pagan concept, this hell thing. The thing I want to make y'all understand is that hell is not a concept of the Bible, as they say. The pagans believe that they go hell when they die, not people of the scriptures. Because first of all, in the Hebrews, there's no much such thing as hell. They call it Sheol, and Sheol means the grave. So I just wanted y'all to understand that comes from pagan religion. This thing about going hell when you die. It's not true. It's not in the scriptures. Although people will go hell, but it's not hell as we think. When people go hell, they go to the lake of fire, and that's at the judgment day. In the last day, that's at the judgment day. It's not now. So no one that you know on this planet is going to hell. No one. Because when you're going to read scriptures, you're going to understand something very interesting about what we call hell. So our conception of hell is this. This underworld ruled by a devil. But scriptures does not state that Satan is the god of hell or something like that. That's pagan belief. It's not scriptures. Matter of fact, the scripture says that Satan is the god of the god of this world. All right. So, just to shut it down and make y'all understand that this belief to go heaven or hell when you die, or go to another world when you die, that's pagan. Yeah? Let me show you again. Egyptian Book of the Dead. For those who don't know, on my page, I've exposed Egyptology, and I've used that. I read the whole book just to prove to these so-called Egyptian lovers that the Bible does not come from the Book of the Dead. Yeah? So if you want to go check out this lesson and investigation, you can go to my page. Yeah? All right. So, reading that, the scholars that put this thing together, this is something very interesting. Check this out. The Book of the Dead, at turns so familiar and so alien to our belief, offers a unique vantage point for examining Egyptian religion and its worldview. The Book of the Dead promises resurrection to all mankind as a reward for righteous living, long before Judaism and Christianity embraced that concept. So basically, yeah, these people believe, the Egyptians, they believe that they were going to be judged, yeah, right after their death. This is what they believe. This was the whole concept of these 42 negative, yeah, confessions that they were doing. But if you really go like this, that means that the Bible believes like them. But I was exposing that book, and I said in the documentary, if you go watch it, yeah, on my page, I said that this is nothing to do with the Bible. The Bible does not state that you're going to be judged when you're going to die. Look on the thing. That's what they believe. They believe that when they die, they'll go to another world and they'll be judged right when they die, right after their death, which is not even true. Yeah, so once again, exposing the false doctrine of Christianity and this pagan's idea that you're going to be judged when you die. Yeah, no, you're going to be judged in Judgment Day. You're going to go hell or heaven in Judgment Day, not when you're going to die right now. So if you die now, yeah, if anybody dies or you know people that's dead or whatever, they're just sleeping according to the Bible and according to the truth. All right. So now, the hell that you believe it is, I'm going to talk about it now. So let's go to Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. Let's read. And look what Mashiach says. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Yeah? So that hell, that's what they call the Guinea, or that's what they call the lake of fire. This is that hell that he's talking about, the second death. That's the hell, not what you think that where people go when they die, because they don't go hell. They just go to the grave, to the Sheol. Yeah? To sleep till the last days. The very, very last day. Which is Judgment Day. You don't go heaven. Oh, hell. That's why I'm trying to make you understand. Yeah? So, now, to make you understand that it's stupid to believe that you go hell or heaven. Yeah? I'm sorry, yeah? We all got deceived and all that true, but it's still stupid if you knucklehead, you don't want to believe what I'm showing you now. That's for you, because it will make no sense. Let's go to Revelation chapter 20. Revelation chapter 20. Yeah. And we want verse 10. Yeah, let's read. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire. Hang on. They cast the devil into the lake of fire and all that? But anyway. And brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Yeah? Now let's jump down to verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the book were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the book according to their works. Yeah, notice with 14. Yeah. Check this out. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. What is this nonsense? So hell is cast into hell. Because if we go by what people believe, yeah, they believe that when they die, they go to hell. So basically, they're going to cast hell into hell because the lake of fire is hell. Yeah? No. When you see that, he's talking about the Sheol cast into the lake of fire. For no more, there will be no more death. After that, there will be no more death. For the ones that inherit life. Everlasting life. Yeah? Check this out. This is the second death. Yeah? So once again, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. Yeah? So understand that no one goes to heaven nor hell when they die. All that's going to happen in the last days. Yeah? I showed you many scriptures and I've explained many stuff. Yeah? I may do a lesson focused on Elijah and Enoch because people really believe that Enoch did not die. When he did die, scripture says, is there a man that escaped hell, death? So, come on. Yeah? Because this is the sentence for all flesh. All men die. Yeah? So, I hope I've enlightened you. Yeah? I hope I've helped you a lot. Yeah? I hope I've helped you understand now. And I hope that you believe more in the resurrection. Yeah? Once again, keep the commandments of the Most High. Yeah? In the last days. Keep the faith in Hamashiach. Yeah? Because that both will get you to the kingdom. Yeah? So, I really hope that I've helped you understand the scriptures a bit more and come out of pagans, Christian belief. Yeah? Which have nothing to do with the scriptures. Yeah? So, once again, thanks y'all for watching. And if you made it this far to the end, peace to you. Yeah? So, shalom, everyone. Shalom. Shalom, black family. Shalom, all the people that are grafted in. Yeah? And I was trying to get on a boat with Yasharal. Yeah? So, shalom, everyone. Shalom.